All right, so just a quick update on my accounts. Essentially, the last couple of weeks I've been trading quite a bit. A few things. I got funded with Apex, and that was fine. I got funded last week, I think, with that. And I put up some videos showing some live trades and passing the static drawdown evaluation, which I actually quite liked. I didn't mind trading that, the static drawdown. I think that was pretty reasonable to trade. However, now that I'm funded and now that I've taken some trades, I've had about 4 green days so far, up a bit over 1,000. And I received an email from Apex saying I breached their maximum adverse excursion rule. So this is essentially the email that I received, reaching out regarding the trading activity that exceed the maximum of adverse excursion thresholds. That's their MFE rule, which is basically your intraday profits. The drawdown you have on a single trade from your intraday profits. Payouts will be delayed. Payout request feature of this account will be temporarily unavailable for the next 8 trading days. So I have to trade for another 8 trading days in order to try and get a payout. So up until this point, I've traded for 4 trading days and made a bit over 1,000, 4 green days. And then I breached this rule. And I've got to now trade for another 8 trading days with at least 5 days showing a minimum profit of 50. That's all fine. However, the big thing here is with breaching this particular rule, because a portion of the current account balance includes profits generated during rule-breaking activity, payout eligibility will be limited to the profits earned after January 16. So essentially, all of the profits I've made in those 4 days, I cannot request for another 2 until 2 payouts have been made. This limitation will remain in place until you have successfully completed 2 approved payout requests. So essentially, I'm starting again from scratch. I have to trade for 8 trading days, and I need to then take 2 payouts before I can access that 1,200 that I made up until the rules breach. So for me, I'm not going to trade anymore with Apex. I'll continue with this account, but I'm really not that enthusiastic about trading it anymore. I'll probably treat it more of an intraday swing account, if anything. It just seems so. There just seems to be so many rules to try and get payouts unnecessarily. The account's green, it's profitable. It's completely fine, right? It's a profitable account. Trading's profitable, but they're penalising you. So anyway, so I've still got that funded account, and I'll trade it here and there, but it's not really my main focus. So is Lucid accounts. I've got 2 funded accounts now. I passed 2 evaluations today, and I've already taken a few trades on one of the accounts, and then the other one is just a small little trade on that. So 2 active accounts, funded accounts. I've also got a one more evaluation account. So this one I haven't started trading yet. So I'll trade that next week, and I'll just start trading the funded accounts from today, see how it goes. And that's just really what my focus is going to be on. Action there, basically, again, testing in this demand area, and we get a nice strong imbalance through. So I'll be looking for this demand to now hold if we want to close a bit higher, and then it should be pretty safe to say we'll potentially get a flush through these highs just up into this high volume node. I'm going to hold the second lot to see if we can get a break back above the highs if we want to get up there. I may even add to this, potentially add to this if we get a nice strong close. I might try and add it on a little retrace just to get a bit more size on the trade. Otherwise, it's all looking pretty good so far. Fill there, I started another 3 contracts just on this little pullback that we had. I was lucky to get filled, so I've got a bit more size on, which is good. And yeah, we'll just see. I'm just going to basically scale out of this to see if we can get a move back up into this high. But it's all looking pretty good so far. Move my stops up a little bit here, just basically behind this high volume node, just to reduce a little bit of risk. Basically have this high volume node through here. So I'm just basically looking at that as protection. We're not really quite through it yet, but once we break above, we can hopefully use that as support. But at this stage, there's no sense in me having risk any lower, because we've basically tested this demand a couple of times and we're having nice reactions. So we'll see if it wants to get back above this volume. Hopefully we can just get a quick little pop through. I'm not going to go to break even yet because again we might want to test this, come down and test this high volume and then continue up. So instead of going to break even, I'm just going to give it a bit more room, but I'm going to scale out as we go up. Didn't quite get a feel there. Hopefully we can just pop it here. Alright, there we go. So one off, and I'm going to reduce my risk now. I'll probably go to break even at this point now that we're pushing up. And I'm just going to see if we want to continue to go higher. So profitable trade now, and we'll just see if we can hold this volume and go higher. Push that we can just tag up. Might just see what the volume's like just in this little area here. Okay, I'm just going to take it off at this high volume node here. If we can get a nice little pop back up. We're above the point of control of this little area, but we'll just see if we can get a nice little push up. Hit that target. With my stop now, I'm going to trail this up as well. So I'm just going to go behind these high volume nodes. So we've got this one here, so we can just see if that wants to hold. See if we can continue to get a push up higher. We're going to have trouble up here at this high volume area, but I just want to see if it wants to, with this last lot, see if we want to break up into this high. If we have a nice high push, I'll probably start trailing up aggressively. Which you see price just holding here at the moment. So if we get a nice little push up from here, then I'm just going to get my stop behind that. Probably going to get my stop behind that since it's holding. Just try and capture as much of this move as we can and see if we can hold this and then just continue to go higher. I'm just going to follow price up as volume gets created. So that was a really nice trade. Essentially got this nice little pullback and balance, and then basically took it, scaled it out as we moved up, flushed through these highs. So yeah, that was a nice trade, pretty straightforward. Overall, we're looking pretty bullish on gold, so I'll look for more longs if they keep presenting themselves.